Reddit did to do, and welcome into More Important Issues. It is Wednesday, May 6th. Knox County's reopening. I'm getting excited, I should say. I feel like we're almost there, and at least we're doing this 9 or 8 rewatch, so we're watching some football.
Yeah, it's good to have.
Yeah.
And it's positive football. You know you're going to win.
Right. You know you're going to win. You come out on top. And then we were just talking about before we hopped on here, we're probably going to have to start watching the Korean Baseball League. So
yeah, I don't know. I can't stay up. I mean, on the weekends I can do it, but through the week, I don't know if I can do that.
I'll probably do it at least one time because we talked about. So we went to South Doyle, and a former South Doyle baseball player is pitching in the Korean Baseball League. So I guess it's Korean Baseball Organization, KBO. I guess I don't know. But regardless, probably gonna stay up and watch. If you are watching, let us know because I'm really curious if it's
any good,
worth it. Because like you said, it's like 2 a.m. when it's on.
I saw one thing, and I don't know if I just read this and it's just somebody made it up, but I read where one team is the something dongs.
Oh well, I will be watching it then. Be checking that out tonight. Got any games on KBO?
But Chad plays for the Eagles, so
it's not the Dong. I'm gonna have to wait till the Eagles play the Dongs.
Yeah, there you go.
I also didn't watch. You're gonna be really mad. We're talking about The Last Dance, and I have read about it a little bit, but I haven't had a chance to sit down and watch 2 hours of TV yet this week. I'm sorry. I have listened to a couple podcasts that have talked about it, so I guess I can just regurgitate what I've heard from them.
Okay.
I was just gonna let you. I was planning on doing a 3-hour episode. An hour would be us talking balls, and then the next 2 would be you reenacting The Last Dance for me.
Okay. I just need some change, like a couple dimes.
Oh yeah, a lot of gambling.
Yeah.
A lot of gambling. Yeah. I forgot.
You missed out. You like to gamble.
I'm trying to gamble right now. I don't have anything to lose in this. I'm playing in a FIFA tournament tomorrow.
I thought you were about to say I don't have anything to win.
No. I'm only trying to win stuff. I'm kind of being selfish, but I'm playing in a FIFA tournament tomorrow. Like Nashville SC's putting it on, and I was like, I'll play in that. That's why I'm wearing my Arsenal jersey today. I'm envisioning what I'm going to do tomorrow. So
you know what you can't say during virtual games.
Oh yeah, I'm well aware.
Don't pull that.
I don't think a lot of people will be watching me stream, thankfully. Yeah. So
I'll watch it. Do you have?
I don't stream. Maybe I should though.
Just
I'm a pretty good FIFA player, so I'm not good enough to stream. But
you should stream this.
Oh, I will.
Okay.
Well, so here's the bet I'm trying to make. So I saw where Nate, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, Nate, the banjo player from Judah and the Lion, entered the tournament. So I tweeted at them, and I was like, hey, if I beat Nate at FIFA, can I get tickets to your next, the first concert when we're out of this? They haven't replied. So everybody go retweet that tweet so they feel pressured to do that, because that'd be cool. But unless I lose, then that would suck.
Yeah, then you get nothing.
Right, but at least
so you're only trying to win.
That's what I'm saying. Okay. I don't lose anything this
gotcha,
bet, but I am trying to gamble. Guys, we've got a good show for you. We're talking about Colby Smith, the latest commitment to Tennessee. Talking about some more commitments that should we expect more commitments is what I should say. Also, if you missed our video on YouTube, the day Colby Smith committed, what was that, Monday? Was it Monday? Was that yesterday?
It was Monday.
Mondays are so...
Yeah.
run together and all this. We did put an immediate reaction talking about Colby Smith on YouTube. We tweeted it out as well and put it on our Facebook page. So make sure you check those out. We're going to work on putting some content that's immediately after some of this news breaks. So make sure you're looking for that on our Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube page. The YouTube page is Volunteer Roadshow, but you can find it by searching More Important Issues. And make sure you look at everything with Volunteer Roadshow that the Volunteer Roadshow offers on YouTube. We're talking about the Tennessee-Kentucky game in 1998. Moving on. 10-0.
10-0, baby.
10-0.
A lot of points.
Do what?
A lot of points.
A lot of points. Exciting. A lot of people getting into the game, too.
Yeah, it was good.
Got the twos in. It's always good when you get the twos in. Talking about the Ballinteers. I love that name. That's why this episode is titled The One with the Ballinteers, because that's better than baseballs. And I love baseballs.
Yeah, it's good.
It's a really good name. I hope we can steal it.
Their walkout song or their warm-up song should be Ballin'.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Or Swiper Boy should make a Ballin' version of Ballinteers.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure he could do that. Also, I want credit for that. give Landon half credit, me half credit.
You're trying to get it all.
I am. I want it all. Then we got some fan questions. If you have any questions that you want to drop, just start putting them in the chat. I'm watching, well, let me get over to YouTube. I'm watching YouTube and Twitter. Landon's got Facebook. So just make sure you guys ask, we're talking about recruiting. Football season. Before we really get into the show, let's talk about that. A little more hopeful right now, all right?
Yeah.
Tennessee announced today they plan. A lot of people are writing that they're going to do it. Let's be very clear. They did not say they're going to do it. They plan, which is a great step. A lot of people, I think, are canceling things way too in advance. I'm glad Tennessee has sat down and they're going to go about this, kind of wait and see how everything happens. And right now, they plan to do everything as normal.
Yeah, I think that's what everybody should do. They should have a plan for the best case scenario.
Right, and they do, and that's all you can ask.
Yep.
There's a chance that we get to see football. Potentially a chance we get to be in Neyland. Get your season tickets.
If people are on campus, like if school is in session, they're gonna let people in the stadium, or at least let people around the stadium, probably.
Well, yeah, I don't think they could necessarily control that.
Right.
So, yeah, I agree. I think there's a good chance we're in the stadium.
Yeah,
let's say that. I don't know if you'll want to go. Maybe you don't want to risk it, but I bought my season tickets today, so I'll be there.
I'll wear a mask.
Yeah, I'll go get the white shirts, the yellow suit when they have lice.
Yeah,
one of those.
I'll just be doing some elevation training. That's all we're doing.
Exactly. But yeah, if you have any fan questions, drop them. Landon's going to talk about The Last Dance, and I'm going to listen with you guys. So, I mean, obviously, it's just at least it's a story. It's not like I missed a TV show.
Yeah.
So that's good. Yeah, I read about his... I was reading all about how he would play 36 holes of golf before he'd play in the Olympics.
Gosh.
Or I guess not before they played like a friendly, I guess is what you'd call it.
Yeah.
That's what you'd call it in soccer. They played Portugal in a scrimmage, like a few weeks, I guess, before the Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
And he played 18 with Charles Barkley that morning. And then when they got done, Michael was like, I'm going to keep playing. And Barkley was like, dude, we have a game tonight. And he's like, it's okay. Played another round of golf, then went to and guarded the best player for Portugal. Because apparently he talked trash about him in the news. Well, actually, that's not confirmed. We'll get to that.
Why would you do that?
Right? I mean, he's a baller. Straight up baller. Then we got some great segments for you guys that are actually going to tie into the Ballinteers. Excited to talk about them because some of the, obviously you couldn't do it with football, but when you grow up watching certain guys, those are the guys you associate with Tennessee football. Same with basketball. A lot of these guys we watched growing up, it's who we associate with Tennessee basketball. So it's going to be cool to see them playing again.
And it's a good squad.
Yeah, it is. And in a tournament, that's a good tournament.
I mean, I have no clue who else is in the tournament, but...
Well, it's not just, unless they changed it, but when I watched it 2 or 3 summers ago, and it's not just alumni teams.
Right.
A lot of them are.
Yeah, I know Syracuse has one. They're called Bayham something.
Okay. I think Notre Dame won it the year I watched it. Okay. Maybe Syracuse. I think it might have been Syracuse and Notre Dame in the final. And it's it's like a $2 million purse they can win. So we'll talk all about that though.
You trying to win that too?
Yeah. cut me in there. Who's in charge?
Bobby Mays.
Is it Bobby Mays? Bobby Mays, you feel like I see everybody's getting a fair cut. I'm not asking for a fair cut. Just cut me in any way I can. Before we jump into the show, Landon's got a couple things to tell you about, like a great giveaway.
Yeah, so we'll have a giveaway at the end of the show. That's a $25 gift certificate to Hound Dogs. Go check out Hound Dogs, one of our sponsors. You can go to Volunteer Roadshow right now, and you can actually register, create a profile, everything like that, and you can enter to win that $25 gift card at the end of the show. So do that. Also, like I said, check out Hound Dogs. They're one of our sponsors. Check out Bet Now and Tennessee Tap House and Commercial Bank. I'm actually going to tell you guys about Commercial Bank. Commercial Bank is your neighborhood bank, and they are a leading financial institution with the services, capabilities, and resources of regional and national banks. Whether it's purchasing a home, saving for your child's future, or planning your next vacation, Commercial Bank is with you every step of the way to navigate life's big decisions. Life made better. Visit cbtn.com to learn more and find a branch near you. Guys, go check out the official bank of more important issues, Commercial Bank.
Do it now. Well, stay for this show and then go do it.
Yep.
I guess tomorrow. You know those bank hours. Bank's not always open. So I want to... Oh, shoot. We're not talking about Kentucky first.
No.
Okay. I mean... So did you hear who played... Let's just... Since I was going to say it. Did you hear who played in Thompson Bowling the night before? Shania Twain.
Oh, I did hear that. Yeah.
So, and apparently Mike Mayock got a bunch of tickets.
Good for him.
Apparently, they said the whole family was in town on the broadcast.
Oh. I don't know how he did that, but good for him.
Right, good for him. We are, though, starting to talk about recruiting with a big commitment from a four-star offensive tackle from North Carolina, Colby Smith. And he's a big dude.
Yeah, huge. 6'7", 295 is what he's listed at right now from Reidsville, North Carolina. If you north, almost to the Virginia border, is where Reidsville, North Carolina is. Kind of I think I read where it was like maybe 7,000 people.
Really?
From there. It's a very small town. But yeah, Colby Smith is just a big guy, raw talent, long arms, country strong, like we mentioned in our YouTube video when he committed on Monday. They said his arm length is 36 inches.
Well, so so you're watching his highlights right now from Huddle, and like the second play, I think the one that just popped up is him making an interception at the line of scrimmage, and I mean, it doesn't look like it's in reach, and he's able to get there. He's a big kid.
Yeah, and plays both sides of the ball. So I mean, if it doesn't work out on offense, I guess you can just switch him over to defense.
Yeah, I mean,
always that option.
He's physical, like that's what I mean. I feel like sometimes it's hard to judge physicality on offense. Not always. I mean, you see some guys like Trey Smith, who you can tell just go out there with the intention of hitting as many people as they can. But it's much easier to see physicality on defense, and you can tell with him that he's got that physicality. And there's a play or two in his highlights as well that he's able to get upfield or he pulls, and he is going after people, and he looks physical and aggressive. And I think that's a great trait to have in an offensive lineman, especially when you looked at how Tennessee tried to control games last year and just dominate the line of scrimmage and bring guys in and move guys around. So I'm excited for length. It starts with size. Somebody commented a while ago about how it starts up front. We always say it. I mean, getting a guy like this, his kind of size, strength program, I don't think you can just guarantee what it is with Fitzgerald leaving, but it looks like they're trying to keep some consistency there. So I think with the strength program, you've got it.
Yeah, and you brought in last class, the 2020 class, you brought in a bunch of interior guys on that offensive line. This is the guy that's going to play tackle. So Cooper Mays, Javonte Spraggins, James Robinson, those guys are probably going to be guards or centers. This guy is a guy who can play outside at that tackle position. And I look for them to maybe go after a couple more offensive tackles in this class.
Right.
You have Wanya Morris, Darnell Wright right there right now. But when he gets here, that'll be their junior season, so they could potentially only have one season left at Tennessee. So you definitely want to have guys in here able to pick up the slack when they leave.
Right. There is something going on with our audio feed right now, guys. I apologize for that. I'm going to work on it. Just bear with me. So, sorry about that. I'm getting feedback, it seems like.
Yeah, I can hear it.
So bear with us while we get through this, and we'll try to work through it together. Just give me 1 second. So can you tell me what? So we expect some commitments.
Yeah, first I do want to. 36 inches is what his arm is listed at. So I got this tape measure.
One arm.
One arm.
Okay.
So I think they do it. They do middle finger to shoulder. What's that?
You're going. Looks like 27, just about. Maybe a little bit more than 27.
Yeah, let's go 28. I like 28.
We'll call it 28.
We'll call it 28.
All right, pass that.
This
pass
isn't the
that
NFL
boy.
draft.
Pass
We're not hurting feelings here.
You lock me. Which one's my middle finger? That one. I think I got a decent wingspan for a short guy. 27. It looks like. I think you could even cheat that to 28. No, I think you got to cheat that to 27.
27?
We'll cheat it to 27.
Okay, 27.
I think it's 26. You got to cheat it to 27.
Yeah, 27. So his is listed at 36. So let's go to 27. Actually, let's go to 36. So that's 3 feet. So that's how long. This is how long this man's arm is. There, right there.
That's insane. I mean, you can.
So he's got. So I got. He got about that much on my arm. Like that's like a whole hand.
Yeah.
Wow. I did my wingspan today. I think I have a 6-foot wingspan.
Do what? Sorry.
So wing to wing.
Yeah.
This is what we're doing. Yeah.
Oh.
So I did 6 feet. I had 6 feet today.
Oh, nice.
I was curious.
We'll measure it later for me.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna go. It's a little bit more than my height. So I'm gonna go I don't know. We'll see. I'm curious. I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to work on this mic. You may not be able to barely hear me because only Landon's mic is on. So
is that the one that's messing up?
I think it's this mic. So we'll see.
Gotcha. So yeah. So we got I mean, he was our 8th commit in 8 days. Moved up from number 17 in the recruiting class to number 2 in just 8 days.
You love it. You love to see it.
Just Absolutely. 8 days. Yeah, he actually was the one that moved us up to the number 2 recruiting class, and we jumped North Carolina with the kid from North Carolina. Haha.
You love to see it.
Yeah, I mean this. With this with Pruitt recruiting like this, Rick Barnes is recruiting. You know, they ended with 2 5-stars with Keon Johnson, Jaden Springer got a little bump into the top 15 in the country today. And then you got Tony Vitello recruiting his butt off with the baseball program. You got one of the best trios in the country right there.
Yeah, they're able to put it together, and it's been nice to see, especially on the basketball end where that football, you know, you had back in 14 and 15 2 top 10 classes and a top 5 class, I believe, off the top of my head. But it's nice to see that basketball is also recruiting that way too, and then baseball obviously able to get a few.
Yeah.
You know, get up there where they normally are. NASCAR Vol said don't forget about the Lady Vols. Lady Vols also got a 5-star last week.
Yeah.
My days are so off, man. I'm sorry.
Yes, I mean she does a good recruit. She's a good recruiter too. We don't really keep up with women's basketball recruiting as much, but
right.
Yeah, I mean, so you got a solid quad right there.
Yeah. Are you getting any feedback? I don't know if it's.
I think I'm good. I don't hear anything anymore.
I have no idea. But when I unplugged my headphones, it seemed like the feedback left. So you're gonna have to let me know if anything starts.
Yeah, I think we're good. So. More commits coming. More commits on the way. It looks like Tennessee is trending with 3 guys, I think, big time. You know, there could be some down the line, but you have 3 guys supposed to commit this weekend. You have 4-star defensive tackle Katron Evans. He will make his decision on Saturday the 9th at 5 p.m. He's the 4-star defensive tackle out of St. Francis in Baltimore, Maryland. And then you have Caden Salter, the 4-star quarterback. He will make his decision on Sunday. Dual threat guy out of Cedar Hill, Texas. And then you have Aaron Willis will make his decision on Monday. The 4-star outside linebacker. 6'2", 207. He's also out of St. Francis in Baltimore, Maryland. Will make his decision. Tennessee looks like they probably could land all 3 of those guys.
Looking good for wow.
Yeah,
that would be huge.
I know Auburn was big with Caden Salter, but they're trending for a kid decommitted from Virginia Tech today, and it looks like he's headed to Auburn.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So it looks like Auburn would have their quarterback. That leaves Tennessee with Caden Salter.
NASCAR Vols just said Caden Salter will be a Vol. I like it.
Yeah.
Speak it into existence.
Yeah, you need to have a quarterback in this class, and I think he's our guy. He's probably the only quarterback we take in this class.
Nice.
So
a little bit different from the 15 quarterbacks we have in campus right now.
Yeah. And is St. Francis going to be the next Marietta, Grayson, or Whitehaven? Because Willis and Evans were teammates with the 2020 signee Dominique Bailey that also attended St. Francis. They also have 9 players in the top 300 per 247 for the 2022 class.
That is the dumbest thing ever.
9.
That's dumb.
So hopefully we're able to keep
form a pipeline there. Why don't you?
Yeah, get that pipeline going, and let's get these 2, and let's get getting all 9 next season.
NCAA 14 would have told you to work that pipeline hard.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
Just listen to that. I'm a pretty solid recruiter on that game.
I think Joe Osavet does a great job up there.
We got him to get some of those areas. So I mean,
we're fighting. He's actually the lead recruiter for Aaron Willis.
Osvet is?
Yeah.
Okay. Is he the who's on the Ansley? Did I see Ansley?
Yeah, Ansley's the secondary guy. Look who we're going against for Alabama. Old Sal Sincere.
Oh, well, that makes me feel better. If Sal Sincere can out-recruit Jeremy Pruitt, or out-recruit Derek Ansley,
yeah,
for that matter, not a chance.
But again, going with guys who win football games. St. Francis is one of the best programs in the country.
You can't teach kids how to win. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
you can't do it.
Nope.
I'm not saying they have to win a state championship to be able to come here, but just remember, you can't teach kids how to win.
Gotcha.
I think Ricky Bobby's dad said that.
I was high when I said that.
Anything else you want to talk about as far as commitments, recruiting goes before we move on?
No, I mean, I think Mike Griffith said he doesn't buy like the hype. I think he said on the Paul Feinbaum show that Tennessee's getting this. He said we're getting the same guys as we did last cycle, and
we were a top 10 class last cycle.
We're just doing it earlier.
Okay, that may be true because I was about to so everybody's asked because you see teams like let's just Alabama for instance is at number 54 right now, and that's just they're not going to be anywhere close to there when that's all said and done. And a lot of people have been like, where does our average put us? Our average puts us in the top 10 for the last 5 years.
Yeah.
So when it's all said and done, if it ended today, you're at least in the top 10. That's not bad. That's good.
Yeah, and I don't agree with what he's saying because we didn't have a single 5-star last cycle.
That too.
We have 2 in this one.
That too. And you're probably going to get at least one more, right? Haven't they talked about some? Who was it?
Maybe.
I think I saw one about a 4-star potentially moving.
We're in the running for another 5-star.
Oh, so you think I thought I saw where there was a 4-star commit that potentially could get in the new grade, and when he grades out, could be a 5-star. I can't remember who it was. Okay, but regardless, you think we could get it? There's another 5-star sitting out there that potentially could get us. I just don't understand how I don't buy the hype. First off, what do you mean you don't buy the hype? They're like actually out there physically getting the commitments. Like the kids are saying, "I'm coming to Tennessee."
Right. Yeah.
So there's no hype about it. It's happening. If you're talking about the hype for the football season, nobody should buy into the hype for the season, especially since this class won't even be here until next year.
Right.
So I feel like you're just reporting nonsense if you say that.
Yeah, he went on a freaking television show and said that.
Paul Feinbaum?
Yeah.
Did you watch Pruitt on Feinbaum today?
I
didn't get a chance.
I didn't.
I saw a quote, but I didn't get a chance to watch.
I try not to watch that if I can stay away. Just the people that call in, and then you have Mike Griffith.
Yeah.
I just would rather not.
I'll listen when Swain's on.
Yeah.
That's it. Be ready for some commitments though. If not during the week, this week, the weekend.
Yeah.
So, and we'll have videos for you or our live show. So be looking on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook for those. And
yeah.
We'll have plenty of content for you guys, as well as Volunteer Roadshow has plenty of content. So make sure you check those out. Tennessee versus Kentucky, number 1. Tennessee versus Kentucky.
Number 1.
If you're just popping into the show, you heard me correctly. Number 1 Tennessee in 1998 versus Kentucky. First off, I feel like we need to talk about who their offense coordinator was.
Yeah.
Mike Leach.
Leachy boy.
Leach.
The Pirate. You think this is pre-Pirate days?
No. He's always been a Pirate.
Okay.
He's always been a Pirate.
Gotcha.
And then number 1 draft pick, the 1999 number 1 draft pick, Tim Couch. I think the broadcasters call him Timmy Couch. I don't know if he approved that or not, but I think they called him that. And then head coach Al, is it Mummy? Is that how you say his name?
Hal Mummy.
Hal?
Yeah.
I call him Hal.
Yeah.
These guys, Mike Leach and Hal Mummy, they're the ones known to create the air raid. So, and it's obviously been really successful in the SEC.
They also had a really good receiver in Chris Yeast. He was a first team All SEC wide receiver in 98. He is now the head coach at Kentucky Wesleyan.
Oh,
and I think he broke the SEC record for receptions.
Wow. Okay.
In a career.
Pretty impressive.
So he had like 200 and something.
I guess he was probably there all 4 years, and he played in the air raid.
Yep. With Tim Couch. Didn't do a lot in this game though.
Drafted number 1 overall. Yeah, and I mean, I guess it's hard to. I mean, so first off, Kentucky was having their best season since 1984. When they came into this game. Still got twaxed. But I mean, also, obviously, they had a lot of distractions going around. So this will be the first year that they didn't present the beer barrel after the end of the game because of the car accident that killed 2 and injured 1 Kentucky players. But, I mean, overall, pretty talented Kentucky team that also didn't help. You were playing one of the best teams in Tennessee history. But,
yeah.
At one point...
On senior day.
At one point, Tennessee was tied in passing yards with Kentucky and outrushing them like 130 to like 10, I think.
At halftime, Kentucky had -3 rushing yards.
So,
yeah, it was senior day. Tennessee had 24 seniors. No Al Wilson in the game.
Nope. Came out in jeans and receiver gloves.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he just, I guess, isn't that the most disrespectful thing when a guy like back then like just didn't play, didn't even dress. Like he was talking like, I'm gonna dress, in case they need me. Didn't even dress. Like that was how worried Tennessee was heading into this game.
Right. Terrified of Tim Couch's offense.
Yeah. And the secondary played their best game of the season. They were up for the challenge.
Yeah, and they mentioned it's still it hasn't changed since 1998 when you talk about the air raid. It's not really about look at Texas Tech. They passed for 1 billion yards. How many games did they win? I mean, they were ranked number 1 at one point, weren't they? Or not number 1, like top 10 at one point.
Number 3.
Mike Leach was there.
Yeah.
But
Crabtree.
They put a lot of points and go for a lot of yards, but they don't win a ton of ball games. Sure, you win more than you normally do, but there's not the secret formula isn't stopping them from physically passing or trying to get it incomplete. It's just tackling. And it's just tackling. Can you tackle them once they catch it? And limit, because I mean, a lot of those passes are dink and dunk passes. It's not like they're out just slinging
throwing Hail Marys.
Right. So it's just, can you tackle once they catch the ball? And Tennessee, obviously, that physical, fast defense was able to do that.
With no Al Wilson. Yeah, it was just... And they dug their own grave with trying to go for it on 4th down and doing a fake punt. They just... I mean, we got the ball... I think the first 3 drives we had, we got the ball on our side of the 50.
Yeah.
Because they just kept going for it on 4th down. I think they were 0 for 3 at halftime.
Right.
And they finally converted one. But it was like every time they were going for it on 4th down. Why are you doing that?
Yeah, the first off, apparently Hal Mummies said, we're going to go for it the first 4th down. What kind of motivation is that? It's like, hey, guys, the first time they stop us on 3 downs, we're going to go for it. And then they get stuffed.
Yeah.
So
it was like they didn't have a chance either.
Yeah. No, I think they, and I'm sure there was a lot of emotions drained, but they also probably just don't win this game. That's not a win. I mean, it's not a winning formula. They're going to win. Mississippi State's going to win a couple ball games, but they're not going to win anything significant.
So back in 98, so we won this game 59-21. The year before we won 59-31. I think we were 3 field goals off for scoring 59. 2 field goals off, scoring 59 points in 5 straight matchups.
Repeat that entire stat one more time.
So we won this game 59-21. Mm-hmm. There was, if we kicked 2 more field goals, so 1 field goal in 96, we'd have 59, and 1 in 99, we'd scored 59 points in 5 straight matchups.
You hate to see it.
So 56, 59, 59, 56, 59. I mean, just waxing Kentucky.
The tweet you had back at that one guy that wants to be Matt Jones, that was pretty good.
Dude, I don't understand that. I mean,
he wants to be Matt Jones so bad.
That was going to be my stupidity, but since it's brought up,
go ahead and talk about
it.
He forgot that we were watching the replay. So we knew all about the best Kentucky team.
Yeah, and then you want to say, oh, that wasn't the best one. The best one was when Benny Snell was. Well, we beat them too.
No problem.
Yeah, he was like, congrats to the Tennessee Volunteers for dethroning the Cleveland Browns as champions of the offseason.
Also, can we talk about this? Haven't the Volunteers been the offseason champs for like the past 20 years? First off. Second off, have the Cleveland Browns ever been awarded that? Like, normally you're going, that's the worst draft I've ever seen.
Yeah.
So how can you be the offseason champs and have the worst draft? It's not possible.
And that's where Tim Couch ends up going.
Yep.
To the Cleveland Browns. This guy, Nick Roush, I think's his name. I think he writes for KSR. But he also does a morning show in Indiana that covers Kentucky sports.
I'm sure that's an exciting show.
He's a moron.
Also, remember when we showed up to your bar and you guys didn't even show up? Cool.
Yep.
Nice. Okay, so I need to address something real quick because someone popped into this YouTube chat and just said some of these stupidest shit. And I need to comment. So they said, you guys have almost 20 recruits verbally committed. You guys are almost done. You'll start to fall off when the big boys catch up with as many verbal commits. Ohio State has one less verbal commit. Clemson has 8 and is already in the top 4. Florida, who recruits solid every year, is already in the top 5. Bama's the exception here. And yeah, they're going to catch up. But also, like I said a minute ago, our average still puts us in the top 10. We're going to finish in the top 10. You can write it down. You can bank on it. And we're going to finish in the top 10.
And yeah, we're not going to get 8 commits in 8 days again. But
right.
I don't think we lose that much momentum because guys are going to want to come and see what Tennessee's all about now. Like we've like opened up the floodgates. When it's all said and done, we're going to get even more recruits because Tennessee sells.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Okay. So I was listening to Ryan Rosillo today, and he had some guys on telling their best recruiting stories. And it's like, once you get guys on campus, if you show them a good time, if you can show like tradition and history and attention, they buy into that more than you think. Like,
yeah.
So Doug Gottlieb was talking about when he went to Notre Dame, they took him into Lou Holtz's office, and Lou Holtz is like, "Oh, it's great to meet you. Love the way you play." And he was like, "I loved it. They had me sold in." He's like, "I heard Notre Dame's fight song and about pissed my pants. I was so excited." You don't think they do the same thing at Tennessee?
Yeah, you think when a recruit doesn't leave Tennessee, he's like, "Man, I could play there." And then you have the players and the current commits being like, "Hey, man, you can come here and play here. You have playing time. You have this, this, and this." Oh yeah,
the only thing
resonate with them.
Yeah, the only thing Tennessee's lacked in recruiting the last 10 years with the big boys, as you just called them, is they're not winning.
Yep,
that's it. We have the same tradition, more than some. The same guy, like the same figures on campus, if not more than some of those guys. It's the same thing. If you think Tennessee can't recruit because they haven't the last 10 years, you haven't been paying attention the last 10 years, and you haven't been paying attention the last 2 years. So don't act like you have, because you haven't if you don't think they can recruit. Are we gonna be a number 1 class? Is Tennessee going to be a number 1 class? Probably not. Are they gonna be a top 5 class? Good chance. Are they gonna be a top 10 class? Absolutely. Yep. Write it down. So
we lost to Georgia State and BYU last year, and we had a top 10 class. I don't want to hear anything.
Yeah. So, hey Georgia, have fun with your number 1 class. You're not gonna win anything significant. Good. And then you're gonna go, "Oh well, those guys left campus, but it wasn't Kirby Smart's fault." Get out of here. Get out of here. BVD, what's up? I'm on a tangent now. I'm on a tangent.
John Valls says, "Hello, people. How are you? We're good.
Doing great.
Great."
You know what the top 5 teams in the nation were this week?
In 1998?
Yep. Tennessee is number 1, obviously.
Yep.
Kansas State. Bill Snyder just bringing Kansas State to play.
This was his 10th season.
Wow. I feel like he was there 50 years before 98. I thought he was born the head coach at Kansas State.
Probably was.
UCLA at number 3.
Like a king. He was
just, yeah, he is.
Just anointed.
Well, he legitimately tried to get that for his son, and they were like, no.
Nah, we're good.
Number 3, UCLA. Number 4, Florida. Number 5, Florida State. And then I tossed in number 6 because it's going to be future SEC participant, Texas A&M.
Yeah, and Arkansas moved back to number 9.
Yeah. They were 7 last week, is that right?
Also, so UCLA and Kansas State lose next week. If Florida beats Florida State, do we play Florida in the national championship?
Sorry, I was reading. Repeat that one more time. The end.
So UCLA and Kansas State both lose next week.
Okay.
If Florida beats Florida State, do we play them in the national championship?
Ooh.
Because they're number 5. So if they beat Florida State, they jump up to 4. Or I'm sorry, Florida's at 4. So if those teams loses, they beat Florida State, which is 1 behind them.
But yeah, I mean, you'd think they should be.
Yeah,
they should be.
Because I mean, your only loss is at Tennessee. Who ended up finishing number 2? I think it was Ohio State ends up finishing number 2.
After the game, after Florida State lost.
And they lost to Michigan State.
Michigan State early on. That was their only loss. I don't know who they beat in the bowl game though.
So
it
would have to be.
You would think because Florida's only loss at that point would be us.
I mean, I know there was a lot of people upset when Alabama and LSU played each other, but you had to do it.
You had to, and you would. I agree. I think when you look at it, you would have had to this year as well.
That would have been wild.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to play them necessarily.
Right.
Be cool if we end up winning.
Right. Yeah, recruiting rankings don't matter in May, but they also really don't matter in December. They technically never matter if we want to really lay them out there. Recruiting rankings never matter.
Yeah,
if we really want to get technical.
Butch Jones recruited his butt off too, so.
Yeah, we'll get real technical and say they never matter if we need to. That's fine. But we're
gonna enjoy the party while it's here.
Exactly, especially with all that's going on. And then from all the film I've watched, I am pleased with who Pruitt's gotten to play for Tennessee. So, like of the guys that we've gotten signed, I'm sure there's some guys out there that we would love to have, but I haven't watched their film because I don't need to. So, sorry. All right, I'll go back to Kentucky real quick. What about finding out Sean Bryson was the linebacker for 8 days, and then Cutcliffe apparently was like, nope, not gonna happen.
Also with Sean Bryson, he didn't touch the ball one single time against Arkansas, and then had 2 touchdowns
and a 2-point conversion.
And
that prompted a 2-point conversion debate. They were like, I don't know if you go for 2 here. And they started talking about the chart.
Yeah, you're like, he's like, I'd take the points. I'd take the points. Well,
I thought that was funny. I'm with you. I'll probably take the points against Kentucky because I don't think there's a chance I'm going to overtime with Kentucky. So. Right. I'm just kidding if you're a Kentucky fan, but not really.
But yeah, he didn't even touch the ball, and then his first 3
stat.
times he touches it, he scores. Like it scores points.
Right.
Wild.
Yeah, you got to give the ball to that dude. He's a monster, dude. He is a monster.
I mean,
I can't wait to hear some of his stories.
They were talking like he ended up being a 3rd round draft pick at running back.
Right.
But they were talking like, yeah, he's just as good. He just gives us a better opportunity playing fullback.
And it gets him on the field more. And then at that point, it's kind of the same thing you said when Hurd and Kamara were here. Find a way to get it, which those guys you're not playing at fullback, so it's a little bit different. Sean Bryson's body type and his physicality allowed for different stuff. But, I mean, you had the opportunity to, especially with Josh Dobbs, throw 2 running backs in the backfield. You could use Jalen Hurd an H-back type deal.
Yeah, they could have run the freaking triple option.
You could have ran the triple option. But, I mean, you wanted to get – Sean Bryson was that talented. You wanted to get him on the field, and fullback is where you get him on the field at. And he dominated. So, it worked out.
Yep.
It worked out. I think that's all I had for the Kentucky game.
Couch got whooped.
Yeah, he did. I liked that the broadcasters, because it's so true. A hero emerges every week for Tennessee in 98. It's true. I mean, it seems like one week you had, of course, Jamal Lewis coming alive. Then you had a game where Peerless Pride, which, I mean, and some of these guys just balled out every game. But, I mean, you had different guys kind of rising to the occasion. I guess last week you had a really good game from Cedric Wilson. Then you got defensive players, Billy Ratliff making a big play against Arkansas the week before as well. Deion Grant some week, which again, these guys are putting, it's like they're making heroic plays or putting up ridiculous stats, and it's a different guy. It seems to be each week. T. Martin will throw for 300 yards one week, and then, Travis Henry takes over from there and does the rest. It's a very balanced offense. As much as we watch them kind of rob the running game, they can do it anyway.
Yeah, and do it efficiently.
Right. So, it's nice to be able to kind of spread the ball around and not rely on one part of your game or not have to kind of run away from one part of your game. I'm not atting anybody, but it's nice not to have to think about getting the ball out of his hands as fast as possible.
Yep. We got another John Finlayson sighting.
Did we?
Yeah, he caught a pass. So we couldn't think of his name, John Finlayson. But he's number 96.
The big old tight end.
Big tight end.
300? Is it just 300?
Just big.
Well, I think he was at 300 pounds. I believe so.
Monster. Should be playing offensive tackle, but
But he's also athletic enough.
Yeah, he can catch.
You think Colby Smith can catch? That's a big old kid that looks athletic.
Maybe.
Maybe we get one of those off balance offensive linemen soon. Off balance offensive line soon, and we can sneak him in or sneak him out of the.
Yeah, put him in 88 or 89. Let's ride
67 is now an eligible player. Yeah. I don't think they have to announce it anymore, do they?
I don't know. Do they? I feel like they do.
They do still have to announce it? I can't remember. But I think it might be different in college and the NFL. Because in college, like an offensive lineman could wear, I think, a number that could be eligible. Like a tight end could line up as an offensive lineman. Whereas in the NFL, I think it would have to, I don't remember. The rules are different. I know that.
Yeah,
the rules and how they can line up.
I don't know how
the
numbers and everything work. It's really weird because
I don't really get the point. I'll say it.
I thought quarterbacks couldn't wear number above 19
in the NFL.
They can in the NFL, but I guess they can in college still. But you don't see it anymore,
right?
Except with Shea Patterson when he was at Ole Miss.
Did he wear 20?
He wore 20, I think.
20? I can't remember. He wore 2 at Michigan, didn't he?
Yeah. I guess Harbaugh was like, nah. Nah, bro.
Yeah, he's like, we wear, what are the pants he wears?
Khakis.
Yeah, but it's a brand. He wears a certain brand.
Dickies?
No, it's not Dickies. I don't remember.
Wearing Dickies.
Harbaugh don't wear Dickies.
He probably does.
I was watching that. So
he looks like a guy with a rash.
Amazon has they do those football series. Like they have one with the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
I think is it All In? No, All In's. Something like that.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So they do them in Michigan. And there's a move-in, there's move-in day. And John Harbaugh walks in, does not know the kid's name. He's on the team.
Is it All or Nothing?
All or Nothing. That's
okay,
it. Yeah. Walks in, does not know the kid's name, and it's a player on the team, moving in. And he's like, hey, I'm Coach Harbaugh. And he's like, this used to be my room. And never calls him his name. I was like, what's going on? It's like, I guess it's a walk-on that he's never met. I have no idea.
This used to be my room. Cool, bro.
He's a weird dude.
Want a beer?
I also did like him more, though, after... I didn't even watch that full series, but I watched a couple episodes. I did like him more after that, but he's a weird dude.
Yeah, he is.
He's a weird guy. Ballinteers, man. What
Ballinteers.
I need to pull up the roster. I don't have the roster pulled up.
I have it.
Still gonna pull it up. Fine. So the coach is Bobby May. Well, Coach GM. Because isn't Ron Slay coaching too? I think I saw him on the roster. Oh, this is...
That's it.
Well, it's... So if you go to their website, whatever the tournament's called, I think it's just called The Tournament.
The basketball tournament. That's what it is.
Okay. They've got a full roster on it. So I feel like they have more than that on there. I can't remember. All right, I'll have to find it. All right, teams. All right, I'm pulling it up now. But yeah, it's Bobby May's led team. And then, dude, them getting Jarnell Stokes, I feel like, could be a humongous.
So that's what I wanted to ask. Who do you think is the MVP of this team? Who's the best player?
I mean, so like you said, I don't know who else in this. I feel like that's hard. So let's just read off the team since I have it pulled up, and then we'll go back to your question.
Okay.
Is that cool? So the advantage, which is NAIA alumni.
Oh. Okay.
West Virginia alumni. Castle Guards, Virginia Tech alumni. Bohemian Army. Sorry, Bohemian. That's... you get it. Team Brotherly Love, doesn't say who it is. Brooklyn Vultures. Playing for Jimmy V. Okay, I'm just going to read off the teams we know. These are smaller colleges. There's an Arkansas team, Oklahoma State team, Washington team. Boo Williams.
I bet that's his
Clemson alumni.
His sports complex team.
Ah, yeah, I didn't think about that. Nice.
Maybe. When he played football.
Georgia State. Oh God, what if we play them in the first round? God bless. Cincinnati, then obviously Tennessee. All right, let's click on them. I guess Bobby Mays came up with that. That's a great name, the Ballinteers. So you said So let's go back to your question. You said who's the best on this team?
Yeah.
I don't know. Is Chris Lofton still stroking it?
Oh, so is Ron Slay on here?
Yes, but he's listed as a coach, I think. He's listed as the head coach.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know. And then I saw something where Jawan Smith and Tyler Smith weren't on that picture. Those dudes are ballers.
Yeah, they were.
Cameron Tatum. See, I just feel like Jarnell Stokes. I mean, he's playing the G League 2 years ago? A year ago? I feel like he's got to be the youngest and played the most recent competitive basketball.
Yeah.
On this team. I don't know what the rest of the teams look like.
Yeah, he would probably be mine. Him or, I don't know. I just feel like Chris Lofton's going to. Yeah. I also think Kevin Punter could tear it up.
Probably. Or, dude, if Wayne Chisholm. That dude.
Yeah, he's still playing overseas. Well, I guess not now. But.
Right.
So they get $140,000 each.
If they win, yeah.
What if they don't?
I think they're done, yeah. I mean, they're second and third place.
So where does the money come from?
So they have to
TV,
I can't remember how it works. We actually do play in Georgia State's regional. So I can't remember how it works. You have to raise money. So it says like fan share. So I think the fans help raise the money to enter the tournament, and then I'm sure there's like sponsors and stuff like that too that help pay part of it.
Okay.
Yeah. Frequently asked questions. I think if you like sponsor them too, I think you get tickets.
That's cool. I think we looked at the nearest
Yeah, we
one.
did because like there's DC in July. Yeah. And then there's
Jackson.
I guess that's
Mississippi.
Maybe that would be a weird place to have it.
God, no.
Yep. Anyone 18 or older. We should enter a team one year.
Just get.
Oh,
destroyed.
Notre Dame won it a long time ago. 2014. I didn't watch that. I must have watched a replay or something.
Oh, the Ohio State won it last year. Oh, the overseas people win it a lot.
Yeah. So I guess if Wayne Chisholm's still playing overseas, advantage Tennessee, maybe.
Maybe.
Ballinteers?
Yeah, Chris Lofton.
You got Chris Lofton. I feel like he can still shoot lights out. Shooting never goes away, right? Like the same dad that could shoot in high school rolls out and is stroking it in junior pro practice when he's teaching his kids.
He beat cancer, so I'm pretty sure he has an advantage over
He can beat anyone.
Yeah.
Beat anyone. I don't see anything about like how they raise money or anything. I'm pretty sure they have to like raise a certain amount of money though to like be eligible to enter the tournament.
I'm sure Bobby Mays' like AAU team probably makes it that kind of cash too.
With AAU nowadays, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited though. I don't know how to watch. I think it's like streamed. I don't think it's on a TV. But it's in July.
I've seen a game or two, like on TV. On TV.
Okay, I think. Oh, it says ESPN Networks.
Yep.
Okay. So I think I've always watched them on YouTube.
Gotcha.
So
when does this start?
July, 1st of July, mid-July.
1st of July. Okay.
Hold on.
Where are these guys practicing at? Are they here?
I don't know.
I guess wherever Bobby Mays probably practices.
Probably. The first one starts July 24th is when Tennessee would start since they're in the Jackson. They're in the Jackson bracket. Yeah. How do fans win? Oh, okay, so you go to their page and then you find out how to support them there. Okay. I'm gonna see how you support them real quick. I'm probably not gonna give me money. I'll be honest. How much money are they asking for? Bobby, how much can you cut me in?
You just want part of the share.
I do want part of the share. How do I get in? I trust the Ballinteers. I'm betting on them. Who's setting the lines for these games? That's what I need to know.
So a lot of these teams are ineligible to the right.
Right. So I don't know what that means. I think that has to do with
if they,
because I feel like I remember seeing you had to raise a certain amount of money to do it, and I'm sure those guys don't want to like pay.
So
out
go up to the one that's accepted. See how much money they've raised.
Oh, no, that's just per.
Okay.
I don't know. Let's see. Where was the Ballinteers at? We need to Bobby Mays. You need to get a logo, man. I think it's just blank. That's why I can't find it, or at least get it on the website. I'm having zero luck because I'm. Jackson, Tennessee Underdogs. Who's that?
They're ineligible. It doesn't matter.
I don't know what all that means. We need some people who know about the basketball tournament to come in here and drop some knowledge.
I'm excited because I'll tune in and I'll watch that.
Yeah, we're definitely watching that.
I also think we're gonna dominate the boards.
We should.
With Stokes and Chisholm and Duke Cruz.
We 100% should. So it says all of them split it evenly if they win. So I guess you have to give a certain amount of money. But it's going to make me register. I'm not doing that right now.
Gotcha.
I don't know. But yeah, I'll tune in. Starts July 24th. Bobby Mays and the Ballinteers. Maybe we can get Bobby Mays to come on and talk about it. Or one of them.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Melvin Goins.
Can I play? How do I play for a spot on the team? I don't need to play. Can I sit on the bench? I don't need to. Okay, new deal. I don't want to cut. I want a spot on the bench. I don't want to play.
You want a jersey?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I want a jersey. I'm not asking for too much, right?
I want some gear. I want some volunteer gear.
Someone's had McBee needs to be on there. This is a pretty stacked roster. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Huh.
I was trying to think of who else I would want on there.
Yeah, I feel like this is because you can't use active NBA players. So I feel like this is a pretty solid roster.
Yeah.
Because obviously there's some guys that are on NBA rosters right now that you would pick up that team if you're putting together the best Tennessee team.
Yep.
So, do we want to go ahead and do our Jumbotron while we're there?
Yeah, we can go ahead and do that.
So we're going to skip ahead a little bit, go into our segments for just a second, and do our Jumbotron because we're going to make our starting lineup for the Ballinteers. I guess
guard.
I guess, yeah, start at point guard. Who's bringing the ball up the court for you?
I got Kevin Punter.
Kevin Punter's bringing it up? Chris Lofton's listed as a point guard.
Okay. Well, he was going to be my shooting guard. So
Okay. Wait, you say punter?
Yeah,
he's listed
punter.
as a shooting guard, so just flip those.
Yeah, I got Punter.
Okay.
Punter Lofton.
Yeah, I like punter too. I guess just switch it up. Let's have Melvin Goins bring it up the court.
Okay.
I like Melvin Goins.
5'11". He's a buff point guard.
He is, dude. He's stout.
I guess shooting guard will be
Chris
Lofton. Got to be Chris Lofton.
If you don't pick Chris Lofton,
yeah, something's wrong with you.
I'm just gonna send you the Dwight ringtone. Idiot. Small forward 3. Who's playing the 3 for you? Oh, Tyler Smith's an assistant coach. He's listed as an assistant coach.
Scotty Hobson. Going Scotty.
Scotty Hobson.
Yeah, I'll go Scotty at the 3.
Can I put Jarnell at the 3?
Jarnell at the 3.
Can I slot him to the 3? I feel like. I don't know. I feel like you don't have any true 3s on there. I mean,
Cameron Tatum, maybe.
I guess he's even listed as a shooting guard. Yeah, I don't know if you have a true 3 on this team, so that's pretty tough. Dude, I forgot about Duke Cruz. He's fun to watch.
Yep. I love how, like, everybody on this, not everybody, but the majority are wearing headbands.
Yeah. Oh, well, someone tweeted, I can't remember who tweeted. They're like, Wayne Chisholm isn't wearing it. And we were talking about this a couple episodes ago. They're like, Wayne Chisholm isn't wearing his headband behind his hairline. I'm going to be real pissed. And I was like, yep. Exactly.
Wait, what hairline?
Can we put...
Yeah. Do you have a hairline?
Can we put Tyler Smith in the game? Even if he's an assistant coach?
Maybe.
I don't know. I don't know how that works. I mean, I feel like... Who'd you say?
Scotty Hobson.
Is he on the team?
I thought he was. He was listed on that graphic.
Was he? Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I feel like you have to go Scotty Hobson then. I mean, you don't really have another option. That's your guy.
Or
I feel like you're
Robert Hubbs.
Yeah. I feel like I just put some bodies in the paint and just put Jarnell at the 3.
Dang, that's a big 3.
Yeah, it's a big 3. Duke Cruz at the 4 and Wayne Chisholm at the 5. And I mean, we're gonna get every rebound.
Yeah, that's true.
Or we're gonna kill some people in the process of getting every rebound.
Might as well. So you got Jarnell at the 3.
Yeah, I mean Jarnell or I guess Duke Cruz. I don't know. I mean, I guess you could put Robert Hubbs there. That's probably who's gonna be starting 3.
He's a little younger too.
Got a little pep in his step still.
Yeah, he got some trailing tires. And then I'll go Wayne Chisholm and Jarnell at the 5.
Yeah,
I think Jawan Smith could go in there as well. How tall is he? 6'2".
He's 6'2". He's small.
Kind of small.
But I mean, if you're gonna do that, you could put
Kevin
Punter
at the 3.
Or the 3.
Yeah.
4.
Yeah, that would be mine. Chris Lofton, Kevin Punter, Jawan Smith, Wayne Chisholm, Jarnell Stokes.
That's not a bad little lineup. I like it.
Like winning natty.
Tweet us your Ballinteers lineup. Drop them in the comments. Do something.
Yep.
Let us know who you're starting. Let us know who you're excited for. Hobson was better than Hubbs. Hobson was better than Hubbs. I wish Hobson maybe had lived a little bit more up to the hype, but I mean, overall, it's hard to live up to that hype. Can't complain too much. I mean, he obviously gave a lot to the program, so maybe he reclaims a title for us for the Ballinteers.
Maybe.
Fan questions.
We got 2. If anybody wants to hop in here, drop us some comments, drop us some questions. We'll get to those as well. Neil and Mafia had 2. He said, which of the recent recruits might have the quickest impact next year? I don't know. I feel like Dylan Brooks probably at edge rusher just because of the depth that we don't have there.
Yeah.
So probably Dylan Brooks. I also think Cody Brown would have maybe not a starter because I think you still have Eric Gray. But as far as a running back, he's a different type of running back than Eric Gray. I feel like he could maybe split carries with Gray. He's just a downhill runner, and it reminds me watching these 98 games. He just reminds me so much of those type of running backs.
Whoa. You know he's white, right?
No, he's definitely mixed.
Did you see that tweet?
I did.
I don't
see
even
that
remember
tweet.
retweeted it.
Freaking moron. Yeah, I feel like those two. Terrence Lewis obviously could be in there as well. Any of the DBs, but I'd probably go Dylan Brooks just because he's a different kind of animal at that edge rusher position and a place that we need some talent.
Yeah, that's one thing we're gonna be lacking in 2020 is an edge rusher, and I mean. That's gonna be tough in the SEC when you don't have guys to come and put pressure on the quarterback or to.
And next year, I think Bennett and Johnson are seniors, so you're not gonna have hardly anybody there.
Yeah. 2020 will be definitely interesting for as far as the defensive line goes. I think the interior line's a little bit stronger as long as you stay healthy. Having some edge rushers. Is definitely going to be. I think Dylan Brooks or Terrence Lewis are probably going to be your most impactful guys as freshmen.
Yep. He also asked, what at this point is stopping J.J. Peterson from having a breakout year? I just think it's J.J. Peterson.
Yeah. I mean, good question.
Yeah.
I would like to know that, but
yeah.
I don't know, man. I mean,
speaking of not living up to the hype.
Yeah. He played decent at times too, but he wasn't going to play the majority of snaps unless he had to because of freaking targeting.
Right.
But yeah, he was never going to be given the majority of snaps. He's going to have to step up in a way, and I don't know where.
Also, think
I don't know where the disconnect is.
Something that's going to get in his way is Jeremy Banks coming back too.
They're bringing in more talent.
Yeah,
too. I mean, you're gonna have young guys come in.
Yeah, Bryson Easton, Martavius French. Those are guys that have played, big time football, and they're huge.
It's only an uphill battle for him for JJ Peterson from here. So
yeah, I mean, you can't just bank on like people leaving and you're gonna have a spot eventually. No, that's not the case.
Yeah, these coaches are trying to bring somebody in to beat you out every year. So.
Yep.
BVD said this show messes with my head. I keep finding myself yelling at the screen going, that was 22 years ago. At least you're not yelling in horror. So, I mean, we brought you happy memories. Imagine in 10 years when you have to rewatch the North Carolina game, the LSU game, that 10-9 Florida game. That'll be a fun one to rewatch.
Yeah.
The Georgia State game.
Imagine like not having a national championship season to go rewatch like Georgia.
Yeah, it would be terrible.
Or Vanderbilt.
Yeah, Georgia's was at least on TV. I'll give them that. You might have to really work to find it, but at least it was broadcasted. I assume you could watch your season, but there was not a BCS. So sorry, guys, or a playoff, which we haven't got to experience yet. But hey, maybe
playoff.
Maybe sometime soon. Last Dance. This is the part of the show that we officially extend 2 hours.
Yeah, just go watch it.
Yep.
A lot of this is about Michael Jordan just he's kind of fed up with just like the media, and like he just is tired of not being able to just sit in a room or just travel and not be bombarded with people.
Or play golf.
Yeah. And it's about people on him, like the gambling problem comes about.
Which I like what he says about gambling. He doesn't gamble. He only ever bets on himself.
Yeah.
I have a firm belief that athletes should be allowed to gamble if they only bet straight up on themselves.
Yeah.
Like if Tom Brady walks into a casino and he's like, I'm putting $100,000 on Tampa Bay to win the Super Bowl. He should be allowed to do that. Should be allowed to bet spreads. Nothing like that. Straight up, win or lose.
Yep.
Why not?
Just win.
Do it. Just win.
You can't do losses. I don't
Right. You couldn't bet to lose.
Right.
You can only bet
To
win.
win.
Straight up win. Why not? I mean, come on. Let them make it. I mean, they're pretty much, their contracts are pretty much them betting.
No, they're not
themselves,
going to give up.
Right. Yeah, I mean. And maybe MJ bet spreads. I don't know, but I kind of like, I mean, he pretty much, he never admits to gambling in basketball, but when he's asked about it for like golf, he always says, I only ever bet on myself.
Yeah, and he was like, he's like, they're like, do you have a gambling problem? He was like, no, I have a competition problem.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's what I have.
he also like so he kind of got some bad publicity and probably some good publicity, but Harvey Gantt was, I think he was like the first black Senate.
Okay,
He was running for
I read
Senate.
I don't know, maybe North Carolina,
Yeah.
but the dude that he was running against was like a racist, like an open racist. Like,
Oh, okay. It was Charlotte's first black mayor.
okay, and the dude he was running against was like,
Yeah, he was definitely a racist.
but like the whole thing, especially what MJ said about it, like, and then has said about it since. I'm like, how can anyone ever be mad at him about that?
Yeah.
And apparently, I didn't listen to it. Obama was like, I mean, I think he should have taken a bigger step in activism. I'm like, if that's not what he wants to do, he wants to play basketball. Leave him alone.
Yeah,
he didn't sign up to be a politician.
Right.
You
Yeah,
signed up to be a politician. You shut up about sports and go back to politics.
But Republicans buy sneakers too. That's got to be the greatest
yeah. And he said it like as a joke.
quote of all time.
I'm like, how could you possibly pull it out of context? He said it on a bus as a joke.
yeah.
How could you possibly pull that out
But
of
it's
context?
true.
It's
Like,
also true. It's why a lot of people don't speak on politics. But it's like, MJ didn't vote for the racist. If MJ was like, yep, casting my vote for this mayor, we can talk. We can talk about how wrong he was. But he even gave money to the dude's campaign still.
Yeah.
And honestly, I have way more respect for him for being like, I'm not going to talk about a guy I don't know. I have way more respect for him.
yeah.
Nobody should do that. The people who are like, I support him because he's a Republican. No, you're just a jackass. You need to know what his policies and what his thoughts are. If you
Right.
don't know him, don't speak for him.
Yeah. I mean, he didn't just do it because he's an African American. He's like, I don't even know this guy. Why would,
He's like, my mom trusts him, so I gave her money to give to him.
Yeah.
Fair. I respect that. I respect it way more. The comment was said as a joke. If it was said serious, you're probably like, tough. It was a joke. It was a joke.
Dude, I think if it's serious, I don't have a problem with that. That's
you don't,
funny.
You don't say it out loud though if it's serious. I mean, because part of it is serious. It's like people do. You don't want to piss off everybody if you're trying to sell to the
Right.
world. It's like my target market is everyone, so I'm not going to speak on this.
Yeah.
But it's like, I mean, I don't think he said it like, oh, I'm going to take. But it's like, I mean, it's not that big a deal. It's not that big a deal.
And you know, Michael Jordan, he was a great basketball player, but he's a little selfish.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he's making $30 million while Scottie Pippen's sitting next to him in the back of the plane betting on hands on cards. He's making like 2-point-something million. So he's making like $28 million more than Scottie Pippen, but he's still okay with taking his money.
Yeah, no, I love that. I'll take anybody's money any day of the week. I can't.
So he's like, what do I get out of endorsing this guy? What's in it
Yeah.
for me?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's that big a deal at all. If you do whatever, that's your fault. But especially when you read the story, when you read the first part, you're probably like, oh man, what is that about? And then when you read it, you're like, okay, MJ's definitely in the right.
Right. Republicans buy sneakers too. Also, did you see the guy do the shrug on MJ?
Yeah, the guy. So
The Sniff brother.
What were they betting on?
So they literally throw like dimes at a wall and have to get it close.
Keep it closer to the wall. Like, see how close you can keep it to the wall.
Yeah, without hitting it.
Oh, without hitting it?
Yeah.
You want to play?
I don't have any coins.
You have any coins? Dang it. So like, so you can't hit the wall.
No.
So
If you hit the wall, you automatically
was it like on
lose.
tile?
No, it's on carpet.
Oh, okay, so it's a little bit easier. Okay. We're gonna
But
play when we get out of here.
but Michael Jordan does it, and he's like, "I'll give you 4 tries to try to beat it for $20." And the guy's like, "All right." First try, he's just like.
Okay, I guess he's not betting on himself then. That's not really betting on yourself.
But imagine having that much confidence in yourself to not only beat Michael Jordan, but you beat Michael Jordan on the first try,
And then shrugged.
yeah,
Like in his face.
and then do the shrug while looking like a George Washington impersonator.
No, worse. He looks like a Ben Franklin impersonator who doesn't have the belly.
On the Office?
Yeah, but doesn't have the belly. Didn't Ben Franklin have syphilis? Yep, but I don't. That's one of the greatest lines.
I like when he calls him President Franklin.
Yeah.
He's like, I was never president.
Yeah, but the real Ben Franklin was. What was the? There's something else I was going to ask about that scene. Oh, so was he a bull? Did he work at the Chicago arena, or was it like a random arena staff?
So I know Michael Jordan became friends with him. He was a police officer, I'm pretty sure.
That one dude was?
Yeah.
But he was stadium staff at that point. It looked like. He was in like a tie.
I don't know what is that. I didn't read much into it, but I know like he was actually really good friends with Michael Jordan.
Okay.
So I don't know if Michael Jordan got him that job and was just like, hey, come
you're
protect me. Yeah, we're gonna hang out and throw dimes at walls.
Right. It's definitely weird. What else you got for The Last Dance? Because I've only heard about some of this, so I'm just gonna have to.
I mean, that's kind of it. I mean,
Nothing big.
The Republicans buy sneakers too is hilarious to me.
Oh, it's definitely hilarious.
Because like that's, I feel like if I was in that position, like that's something I'd say, because like I'm an ass.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if you want to sell a lot of stuff, you either have to sell out to one side completely, or you better ride the fence like Dwight Schrute.
Ride the fence, yeah.
You better be able to sleep on a fence like Dwight Schrute. The secret is fence pole and mouth.
Yeah.
So either like you have to decide. You can't like Michael Jordan couldn't be like support. He couldn't just come out and be like, I hate this white dude he's running against, unless you were gonna go like full Colin Kaepernick. Because there's no halfway doing it if you wanna be like real famous and looked up. Yeah,
Yep.
Whatever. No, I definitely don't have a problem with this. Definitely hilarious too. So we already went on. We were getting in our segments. We've already done our Jumbotron, so we're just gonna go ahead and skip to our Stupidity. For Jumbotron, make sure you tell us who your Ballinteer roster is. Let us know.
Do it.
Stupidity.
I mean, we mentioned one with Nick Roush at a KSR. Tried to go at more important issues, and I think we shut him down. I don't think we did. He did say congrats to the Volunteers for dethroning the Cleveland Browns as champions of the offseason. And we said congrats to the Kentucky Wildcats for beating Tennessee twice in 35 years.
What a moron.
He didn't reply, so
he did not reply.
I think we stopped him. I think the point got across.
Yeah, the point was proven. My first one, I'm not going to mention her name because I have a lot of respect for her, but this tweet I thought was just stupid, and I want to read it. It said, if Neyland Stadium looks like this in the fall, please remember you couldn't even be bothered to wear a mask in May because you were too selfish or making a statement about freedom. Well, I mean, first off, I should have the freedom to not wear a mask. Regardless. That's just true. And I can assure you that it's not going to be my fault. So, like, blaming, like, random people is not the right thing.
So you do have the right to be an attorney if you want to.
You do have, not an attorney. You have the right to be your attorney. Well, not really your attorney. You have the right to represent yourself. What are you asking?
So, have you not seen the 21 Jump Street when he's, like, messing up the Miranda and he's like, you have the right to be an attorney? Yeah, okay. He's like, did you just say you have the right to be an attorney? Well, technically, you do have the right to be an attorney if you want to.
You do have the right to be an attorney. You're absolutely right. You also have the right to represent yourself. But yeah, I hate people that are like that. It's so annoying. They're like, it's your fault if we don't. No, it's not. Especially when you're like, all the statistics are pointing to us being out of this in August. It's like, am I really being unsafe at this? Like, am I? I'm not. I haven't been to a restaurant yet. Have you?
No.
I haven't been to a bar because they're not open. I've only been to the grocery store and golf courses.
We're distancing.
I'm distancing at golf. I'm riding in my own cart. I'm not touching the flag stick. I'm rarely making it in the hole, so I don't have to reach down in the hole to pick up my ball because I suck. So
yeah. And we're not in the same room. Like, this is cut off. Like we're
This is separate videos. It's an optical illusion. Look it up.
Right.
Someone said you live, you die, and Tennessee beats UK in football. Yep. Death, taxes, and Tennessee beating Kentucky. There ain't nothing like it. There isn't anything like it. It's really sad when like my grandmother who doesn't. So my grandmother watches a lot of Tennessee sports because like my grandfather was a big Tennessee fan. My dad was obviously a big Tennessee fan, and her whole family are Tennessee fans. But like she doesn't care about sports, but she watches Tennessee football and she'll watch Tennessee basketball games sometimes. But like I remember that first year in 2011. No, 2011 when we lost to Kentucky. She's like, I was up there the Sunday after. She's like, did we really lose Kentucky? So it's like, people don't know that Tennessee loses to Kentucky because it never happens. Like, it rarely happens.
Right.
Like, she's like, are you sure that, I read that box score incorrectly.
Like, we have a better chance of getting the coronavirus
Yeah.
again.
Or
another pandemic happens.
That's statistically accurate.
Than Kentucky beating Tennessee in football. I have one. Dustin Ragsdale says he's talking about some Knoxville radio show, and he's like, well, maybe we should recruit the local boys. We've got plenty of good guys at Gibbs and Carnes. I'm like, surely that's not real. That can't be real.
There has been some talent that's come out of both of those places. Few and far between. And I've watched a lot of Gibbs and Carnes football. Not a lot of Carnes. I've watched some Gibbs. Not a lot of Carnes. But I'm familiar with a lot of football in the area. And I can assure you there's not a lot of boys coming out of those places. No. I can assure you of that.
No. I think there's one from Gibbs on the roster. We actually had him on the show. It's Ollie Lane.
Ollie Lane. And he's a phenomenal football player and deserves to be at UT.
Yep.
That doesn't mean there's a lot of guys at Gibbs that deserve to be at UT.
We need to stop recruiting Terrence Lewis and other 5-stars because they're out of state. We need to just recruit Gibbs and Carnes.
I don't care where our players are from as long as we were winning. Absolutely. It is very cool to see in-state guys. I love seeing in-state guys. I'm for in-state guys. But if they don't deserve to be there,
yeah.
See you,
BBD. I mean, yeah, they're just like, you have to have some snap back to reality a little bit.
Right. Like, these guys aren't even getting Division I offers. Like, when Quez Glover got D1 offers, or when Quez Glover's, like, I was calling for him to be recruited, it's not like he was getting recruited by Carson Newman and Tusculum, and I was like, Tennessee needs to go get him. He's a homeboy. Nope. He was getting recruited by Florida, where he landed.
Yep.
And I'm sure other schools. I don't know his offer list, though.
But
Tennessee wasn't on it.
Like, why not go with Maryville and Alcoa, teams that actually win?
Catholic, who's recruiting from all over the country as well. Yeah. So they're really not even backyard boys, I guess.
Yeah. It has them listed it from Knoxville.
Yeah. I don't know if I have any more.
I have one. Willie Werner. He says Greg Schiano probably would have better success. Yeah, Werner.
Willie Werner? That's a sucky name to have.
He says Greg Schiano probably would have better success than Pruitt this far in.
Yeah, I'm sorry, bud. That's just not true. Pruitt struggled early on in year 2, and somehow... I mean, dude, look at Jeremy Pruitt and how he looked in November. That dude looked like absolute dog shit. He probably didn't sleep more than 2 hours a night.
Probably not. I probably wouldn't.
No,
I didn't sleep that much either after Georgia State.
Look at his picture when he's in the when he's accepting the Tax Slayer trophy at the basketball game, like when they present them, versus him like Kentucky week.
Well, he's looking more and more like Phil Fulmer.
Yeah. Well, no, he has lost a little weight though recently. Like he's trimmed back down. But yeah, in the middle of football season, yeah, he was like morphing into Phil. It was incredible. Good for him, though, that he's winning and maybe feeling a little bit healthier, because I did feel bad for him. Someone said Greg Schiano is a trash can. The guy had like one winning season at Rutgers, and they hired him back. Yeah, that's who we want to be like, Rutgers. You know what I always say when I'm sitting there on the perfect summer day? God, I just wish I was in New York.
Yeah.
No.
I think of, I wish we would have hired Greg Schiano, just see what happened.
Dude, it would suck, because I wasn't going to cheer for Tennessee if they hired him. Like, no. I had said it. Like, I was like, I'm done. Like, you cannot make terrible decisions like this and expect me to keep coming back. You're not my ex-girlfriend.
No.
So
but you don't have boobies.
No. But yeah, it's man. That was a sad day.
I mean,
when I saw
we just wanted to do another hat trick, just like 3 just terrible coaching hires.
When it popped up on my phone, I remember being like, I'm not a Tennessee fan anymore. I was like, that sucks. I was like, if this is a shitty hire, I'm done. And then Tennessee hires Greg Schiano, and I was like, or expected to hire Greg Schiano. I was like, this is how it ends? We had a long run, baby.
Why?
And what sucks is I know I couldn't have, like, I know I would have bought season tickets and would have been there watching Greg Schiano get his ass twaxed by Georgia State. Like, he would have gotten beat by 45 if he even made it to that season.
With his defense, yeah.
Golly.
Gosh.
NASCAR Ball said Greg Schiano couldn't recruit at Tennessee. He said people in Jersey are sharper. Yeah, that dude's never been to Jersey, apparently. I've met people from Jersey.
Yeah. But hey, they buy sneakers too.
They do buy sneakers. They apparently don't watch football. Because I've seen also football players from New Jersey. It's like watching...
We have one.
I was not going to say that. Did you know that... I did not know that Josh Palmer was from Toronto. Toronto? Is that right?
Yeah, then he went to IMG.
IMG? It was St. Thomas Aquinas.
Thomas Aquinas,
yeah. He had a little excerpt on... I was reading it. I can't remember who did it.
He did this. He was on the slice.
I was reading. I guess someone had put it in written form, and I was reading about his recruiting visit. So, yeah.
I have one more. So Benjamin Fishman says Tennessee thinks their one Peyton title in '96 makes them an elite program.
I got an argument with him.
Oh, did you?
Because I called him stupid, which is fair. I probably shouldn't call him stupid. But
I mean, that's kind of stupid to me.
Well, I said, but I probably shouldn't have called him that. That's fair. Like, he's like, well, it's on a Barstool thread. And he's like, can we have some class? And I was like, we're on a Barstool thread. I'm pretty sure when you click into the Barstool thread, you're like, please drop all class at the door and enter.
For sure.
And I was like,
I mean, didn't one guy had a sex tape?
Oh, yeah, he did. I forgot about that. Well, I responded and I was like, because he was like, my point remains, because someone responded to him and corrected him. And I was like, the point is you're an idiot. You can't use Google. And I was like, if you're stupid nowadays, you're lazy. You're not stupid, you're lazy.
Right.
Like, just Google it. Just Google it. Yeah. No. And it's also not our only title. Which is, I didn't even get into that with him. I was just like, you're an idiot. And then we did kind of bond because I was like, Chris Fowler's an asshole. And he's like, what did Chris Fowler do? And I told him, he's like, yeah, he is kind of an asshole. So
now you're friends. Good.
Nah, I wouldn't call us friends.
That
dude lives in like Michigan. I'm not a big fan of the Mittens.
It's like every love story.
Yep.
Caleb got a new friend.
I love making friends on the internet, meeting in person, and
probably want to find a new co-host too.
Yeah, I'm taking applications actually. Someone said we have 5 other. I didn't know. Yeah, 5 other titles. That's right. Besides 98. Yeah, that dude's an idiot.
How many actually count? I guess we count.
Well, Alabama counts them all. So
okay,
so
we got 5. We got 5.
Alabama's like 16 and has claims to like 9. I think. It's dumb.
Wait, they have 16. They claim 9. That doesn't.
No. So they like have claims to like 9. Like they finished number 1 in the AP or number 1. Like they have claims to 9, but they've claimed like 16.
Jesus. No wonder why UCF
claimed
the national championship. They're just...
Well, okay, on a real note, I'm going to work on that, I think, this week, if I have time. I think college football needs promotion and relegation. Because, I mean, let's think about this. It is the dumbest thing in the world that there are 5 or 6 other conferences that can't even compete for a national championship. Because, like, UCF can't actually schedule more than, 2 Power 5s in a season? So, like, isn't that dumb that they never get the opportunity to compete for a championship? Like, FCS at least gets a chance. Like, those teams.
Yeah, then, I mean...
Like, why are the Power 5 and the non-Power 5s in the same... Like, competing for the same title? Like, you've already said UCF doesn't get a chance. Like, if Memphis had an undefeated season, they wouldn't get a chance. That's dumb, I think.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean... Part of me thinks that, and part of me is like they wouldn't compete with those. Which, if they're not physically able to compete either, why are they in it?
Wait, say that again though. What do you mean?
I don't think like if they actually got a chance, I don't think they would be competitive in it.
Correct, which is kind of further my point of it should be their own national championship.
Yeah, that's what I was getting to. Is like that also means they probably should not be able to compete for it anyway.
Yeah, it's just I think it's like. We talk, you talk about competitive and trying to win a national title. They just don't, like, let's just be honest. Like, be honest. They don't have a chance. You're going to put a 2-loss Power 5 team in before you put them in. So make their own division. Why are they not in their own division?
Yeah.
FBS too. I don't know. Keep it the same.
But part of me is
they could play. They could still play in bowl games.
Could they move conferences? Like, is that an option? Like,
well, yeah. I mean, if conferences realign, yeah. But I mean, how often do conferences realign? Every 10 years? It doesn't happen often. And then it's all about money too. And UCF, yeah, they probably have the money, but like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of other schools that may not have the money to fund D1 programs.
Notre Dame, they have a chance.
Well, but that's far different. So let's look at. But
I'm saying go independent. Like do that kind of schedule.
Independent's probably the better deal. But I thought independents weren't like really a thing anymore. I didn't think you could just go independent.
I don't know. I don't know how that works.
I don't either. If someone knows more. I just feel like you need to give every team what we would consider a fair chance to compete. Then just make another. You can keep the FBS teams like playing in the same bowl games and all that jazz. But just have a national championship for the smaller teams because you already have an FCS national championship. You have a Division II and a Division III national championship. What the hell is the big deal with adding in? You could add in 3 more games. You could make a playoff for the bottom tier, the non-Power 5 teams. I think you're adding 3 games to the schedule.
If UCF really was serious about competing for a national championship, I feel like they would have done something about it.
Well, in fairness, they have been trying to schedule like more Power 5 teams. Which again, I think is dumb. I think they should have taken the deal. I think to get a Power 5 home game, you have to take it. Like you should not. UCF does not just get to claim. Just be like, nope. You have to come play us. It's 1-1. So Florida offered them a 2-for-1. They would come to UCF once, and they'd have to come to Florida twice. And they're like, nope, we want a 1-1. No, you're a non-Power 5. You have to take that deal. Period.
And get paid.
And you get payday. And you get to fund your program for a year. Yeah, you have to take that deal. It's that simple.
Yeah, I mean that's your own fault.
Whatever. Yeah. But I do think the NCAA needs to take a look at how the FBS is structured because it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I mean, I think since we've had the playoff, it's worked.
Yeah, okay. I'm not complaining about the teams in the playoff. I'm not saying UCF should be in the playoff.
Yeah.
I'm just saying they should get a chance to compete for a national title.
Okay.
Because there's teams like Chattanooga gets to compete for a national title every year, but UCF doesn't stand a chance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true.
So I just think it's dumb. I don't understand how people cheat. Like I think you would create way more fans for teams like that if they were able to compete.
Mm-hmm.
Like way more people in Orlando, Florida would go to those games if they meant something.
Yeah,
but they don't. They mean nothing. So, you got anything else?
That's all I got.
Keon Johnson and Jaden Springer have both gotten in the top 15.
Top 15.
247.
Yeah, and we're only 2 schools got 2 players in the top 15, and it was us and Kentucky.
Nice. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
Sweet. I mean, Kentucky's going to be terrible next year. I'm just kidding. That'd be nice if they were. Before we get off here, they said Bama's got NASCAR Vol said if Bama says they got 17, we definitely have 6. Yeah, Bama claims 17, but I don't know how many they actually have claimed to. I remember reading an article about it, and it was not 17. They did not finish number 1 every all those years. In fact, I think one of the national titles that they claimed, I think Tennessee might have finished number 1. I don't know. I can't remember. God. Maybe I'll look that up for next week.
Thieves. That's all right. We'll just take the recruits now.
Yep. Thank you guys for listening. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at @more_issues, Facebook More Important Issues. You can follow Volunteer Roadshow on Twitter and Facebook and YouTube. Find all of our content on YouTube. And I was going to go somewhere else with that. And volunteerroadshow.com. Speaking of volunteerroadshow.com, make sure you sign up so you're entered for a chance to win Hound Dogs gift card. If you were entered before that, Landon's got a winner for us.
The winner of the $25 gift certificate to Hound Dogs is...
Oh, sorry.
Brian Early.
Brian Early, congratulations, man.
Brian Early won that gift card. So you have a week to claim that prize by emailing Bobby C at volunteerroadshow.com or Billy Ratliff at volunteerroadshow.com. Do it. Congrats. You win.
Congratulations.
Go check out our sponsors. You got anything else?
That's it.
That's all we got. We're number 2 in recruiting. Woo! Bring the boat in, and we out.